must speak to this evening. Tonight, I will offer thanks, revisit memories, and say goodbye. Please understand the nature of this job. The board pays us to teach young people and to show them how to use their minds, and that's it. While they know that we care for our students, they know that they can't ask us to, can't force us to. So when we do care, it is for only one reason. Because we do. Because many of us have no other choice but to recognize how charming and engaging these young people can be. To the parents of the class of 1997, I owe you a great debt. Every day for the last 4 years, you have shared with me that which you prize the most, your children. We have shared the responsibility for their learning and maturing, their nurturing and their loving. The time for that sharing is at a close. For me, they are leaving because they are graduating. For you, they are leaving because they seek their growing independence. Let us take some comfort in the fact that from time to time they will continue to need you, and from time to time they will remember me. Before Mrs. B and I had Kevin, I would drive home from work and I would imagine coming home to a son or a daughter, and the only people I knew to imagine were them, my class. So I would picture many of them as my own. And it was a satisfying thought because so many of them have proven to be such outstanding young people, and I was proud to think of them as my own. How fortunate for you that you got to go home to them for real. I have dreamed of talking in front of a group like this ever since I discovered that the class advisor gets to speak at graduation. The added benefit of talking to and about a class such as mine was doubly exciting. Unfortunately, that all changed at the senior prom. The prom struck me and many of the students as the first of the last nights that we would share together. And many of us found that profoundly saddening. The thought of standing here took on a new perspective, a new urgency. We don't get to pick our families, but we do get to pick our friends. These young people are not my children. I don't have to love them. I'm not their parent. They do not have to love me. But when we consider our feelings for each other, they are real, they are palpable, they do not exist out of obligation. We care for one another because what we know of the other makes it so. I have made every effort to show them how I feel. And so many have shown me their hearts in so many ways that I feel I owe them today. I owe them for making me so happy and contented, for making me feel like a star. Honored guests, I mean you no disrespect, but I must now address my class. Hello, my friends. Let us take a stroll. We have much to remember and not much time to do it in. So I ask you to remember just two things. First, remember the leaf wetter! Second, remember everything else. The fun, the jokes, the times we shared, know that I will value all of it as I have valued it for the last 4 years. Many of you have asked me, of all the things I could be, why a teacher? I work because I have to work. I choose to work as a teacher because it is what I am. But most importantly, know that I came to work every day because I knew that meant seeing you, seeing all of you. I know that my family can barely afford for me to keep this job, but I definitely cannot. It has been my privilege to teach you about science and the world, about people and life. But if you didn't know, you taught me things too. I've always lived my life by the dictates of science and the pursuits of mind. But my relationship with you has taught me to appreciate something more. Heidi Bramson wrote in my yearbook, I want to thank you for your friendship and caring actions. There have been so many times when just a sentence from you has made me smile with warmth. I have always gotten a sense that you care about me, and I hope you realize that I care about you too. Not just as a teacher, but as a friend. It's really wonderful that you've grown with us, Mr. Barra. I see a change in you. You now know how to express your feelings with ease, and other people realize this and appreciate it. Well, that's because of you, Heidi. Your heart has always been so open and available. I just followed myself after you. For those of you that have shown up at my door with tears in your eyes and panic in your heart, you could have gone a lot of places for counseling, for advice, for support, but you chose to come to me. It says to me that you respect and trust my advice, and that honors me, and I thank you for that. You should know that while I remained calm and attentive while listening to your problems, I was often disturbed by the fact that your life was fraught with difficulty. And maybe even some of those times I wish that I could be the one that could scoop you up in my arms and make you feel like everything would be all right. Kevin is 2 years old now, and he is sweet and smart and beautiful and right over there. And I thought my drive home fantasy would no longer be needed. But even I was surprised when I found myself not imagining going home to Kevin as he is today, but imagining the young person he will become 15 years from now. And once again, I would picture many of you. I must have imagined 100 of you during those drives home, but if there is one that best typifies what I hope Kevin will become as a young person, it's you, Ron Voorhees. How perfectly it would complete my life to see you waiting at the door. Hi, Dad. I love you, Dad. How proud I am that you and your peers have become so exceptional, and your own parents are proud of you. All that is left is to say goodbye, and as I searched for the right words to do just that, I came to realize that I already did that in the yearbook. The class of 1997 and I were both freshmen when I started at NTHS in 1993. Since that time, the class and I have made many friends, passed many milestones, and shared many educational, entertaining, and sometimes personal moments. As I have tried to share my life with my students, They have shared theirs. And their willingness to do just that has made all the difference over the last 4 years. Good luck to you, my friends. Thank you.
I don't want to follow him. Barra represents the first group that I would like to recognize, and I would like to ask the faculty members who are present tonight to stand and be recognized by parents and students for the 4 years of exceptional work they have done to produce such an exceptional class.